So, Love is Blind recap, season 8, the last episode, like the weddings, and then the reunion.
Okay.
So that we can just kind of give our opinions, and then as we go, we can say the little tidbits that we have, because there are new little informations that are leaked.
I'm going to tell you right now that I fast forwarded through a lot of that episode.
Well, all that matters is that you saw like the hot
end.
parts, the heat of it.
I did.
Are you saying the reunion that you fast forwarded through?
Both.
I fast forwarded through the weddings, like.
Yeah. The wedding.
I literally went to when they were going to answer, and then I was like, okay, thanks, bye.
It was so boring.
Okay, so Sara and Ben was first.
Yeah.
And we thought that they were going to say yes. We thought, we were on the edge.
We were on the edge, but I was confident that she would say yes for some reason.
At first I was, but then remember we saw like the way that she was acting towards the end of that last episode, and then we were like, maybe not. So
I'm proud of her for saying no and setting her boundaries, but I've got some problems with her.
Yeah.
Based off of the reunion. And new information that's come out.
Okay, so should we talk about that now, or should we wait till we're in the reunion?
We can wait.
Okay.
That's fine.
And then Monica and Joey. Were you surprised? Because I
was shocked.
I was shook.
She said no, right?
She said no, which
is crazy.
I'm really happy for her, because she would have looked silly. Because, like, also, the fact that they didn't say, I love you.
That was weird.
Until they got to
and
the
also
altar.
The fact that we didn't know that until after.
The fact that we didn't know, like, they were making their relationship out, like, Love is Blind production was making their relationship out to seem like it was really strong, it was and a great relationship.
That's crazy to me.
It's crazy.
Because I really thought they had, like, the best relationship.
Same.
But then when he said that after, I was like, huh?
We were so confident that they were going to get married.
I didn't even notice that they weren't saying I love you.
Me either.
Not at all.
Because obviously, like, we don't see that much of their time together. So it's like, yeah, sure. Of course they're saying I love you. What do you mean they're engaged?
That's so weird.
Why wouldn't they? That'd
That's
be insane.
weird, girl. I don't know.
Virginia and Devin?
I was kind of shocked. But then when she talked about the stuff on the reunion about, like, the check.
Yep. Well, she even said that in the episode.
And then, like, his views.
Their conversation wasn't good.
No.
When they were talking about that. Like, you could tell he was very much judging her. Do you think about your faith when you vote? Like, yeah, I think about my faith. I think about how I love people.
Right.
And
that's
what Jesus would do. Like,
I love her. I'm proud of her for saying no.
I love her too, and I think she is what Sara wanted to be. You know? Like, that's how Sara wanted to, like, handle herself, but Virginia did it much more, like, classy and not so, like...
Right.
Just, I don't know. Sara was just very much...
I get the vibe that Sara is not religious.
Sara's not religious.
But she was like, I am Christian, which is like...
I thought she said she was. She's not still, is she? There's no
I don't know. Her whole vibe was confusing me because it kind of sounds like me.
Yeah.
If I was trying to pretend that I was still religious to make a guy like me more.
Yes.
Because that's something that I probably would have done.
Because she's like, I'll go to church with you. But then, like, she's so against, like, wait, I'm so confused. Because it's so hard because up until, like, recently, the past year probably, I've only come to the realization that, like, I really don't think that I'm religious. Because, like, and not, I don't even know how to explain it. Like,
it's
my
weird.
whole life I've always, like, questioned it and questioned, like, the way that they teach me, because I didn't agree with so much of the stuff. But obviously I grew up in the religion, so, like, I just was like, yeah, of course I'm religious.
Right.
I'm Christian. But then, like, over the past year I was like, wait, no, because my views don't align with a lot of stuff. So, like, how can I sit here and say I'm religious when I'm like, yeah, I'm religious, but, like, I don't agree with this, that they think this, that they think this, that they think, like, so many things.
Yeah.
So, like,
I kind of have to let go of the guilt that you have by saying I'm not really religious, because there's nothing wrong with saying that. If you don't align with anything and you just want to believe and have faith in whatever and spirituality, that's fine.
And I've become a lot more comfortable with that over the past like, year or two, ever since, like, I don't know, just, like, really realizing. And also, because I was going to church for a long time, like,
right,
through my whole life, and then also like by myself growing up and in like college and after college, I went to the same church. Like I'm a member of the church that is like downtown West Palm, but then like the past year I've been thinking like I would love to go to church, but I don't want to go to a church that doesn't align with my views anymore. Because I've gone to a church that doesn't align with my views for my whole life. Mm-hmm. And I've like always thought like, okay, it's fine. Like I can think this differently from them. But then when they would do sermons about that, I'd be like, hate that.
It's honestly like you just talking about church, and like I grew up religious too. It's giving cult.
Yes, it is.
It's giving believe what we believe or else.
It is.
It's like scary.
But I recently, like a couple months ago, was looking up like a church. I was like, what is an LGBTQ friendly church? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not LGBTQ, but I
support you.
Yeah, like I want to go somewhere that isn't like so annoying about that shit. And I actually found one that's in Palm Beach Gardens.
Oh, period.
Yeah. I was like, maybe I'll go and see how it is. But there's not a lot of them, so that's like the issue.
But there's also other issues on top of just those issues too. Like,
but I feel
especially
like
now in this
an
political
LGBTQ church would probably have a lot more similar views to me and probably align with the other things as well.
That's
I would
true.
hope. And if they didn't, then I'd be like, what the hell's wrong with you then?
True.
Like, come on.
Should we go?
Yeah, I feel like we should.
What do you wear to church? Like a cloak?
Girl! I would wear like
jeans.
I used to wear like a sundress, cowboy boots. Like I used to wear like whatever I wanted.
Not the cowboy boots.
Like a mini like little sundress. I didn't really like succumb to what they wanted me to wear.
I actually have not been to church since that wasn't for like a baptism or a wedding since like 2012.
Yeah, I literally got baptized in 2017.
Oh, period. I got baptized in 1993.
Yeah, that's what Catholics do.
Born.
Right?
Yeah.
Catholics, we don't do that.
They don't even give you an option. They're like, you're Catholic.
Christians
we're drowning you.
We want you to like make the decision yourself, but also
make the decision because, or else you'll go to hell
and burning in hell.
Good. I hope I do.
So funny, but yeah.
Anyways, so
she's
she's giving like a girl that grew up religious, doesn't align with the views anymore. But he said he was religious, so she was like, yeah, me too.
Like,
and I'll go to church with you. And her at the church, she looked absolutely miserable.
It was like a tug of war, I feel like, of her wanting to...
Yeah, because she loved him, obviously. Yeah. Which, if a guy said that to me, and I said this to you when we were watching the show initially, I was like, if a guy said that he went to church every Sunday, I would walk out of the room and never come back into the room.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of same, actually.
Like,
no, seriously though.
It's fine if you're religious, but if you're committing yourself every week to go to church and that's what you do, I'm not interested. Because I don't want that.
That I think that is because every guy that I've met that is extremely committed to a religion has been the worst guy I've ever met.
Oh, yeah.
And the biggest cheater and liar.
Yeah.
And, like, fake in the world.
Because they cheat and then they go to confessional if they're Catholic.
They're
and
like, it's okay because God forgives me.
And I did 10 Hail Marys, so I've been absolved of my sins.
And then tonight I can just cheat again and go tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, obviously
that's
not
crazy.
Every guy is like that, but most of the religious men I've met have been worse than the non-religious men that I've met.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Like, Jack is not religious, and...
Oh my God, don't even get me started.
Him compared to my past relationship, who was religious, obviously, because he went to like a... Yeah. But he wasn't like super committed. But even then, like, it's a big difference.
It's also like now with the political climate that we live in, if you say you're religious, I immediately don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to date you. And I don't want you even near me because I'm scared of you.
I immediately assume you're hateful and...
Right. Maybe you're not. But prove it to me.
I know.
Sorry. I'm not trying to talk shit, but it's just kind of the world we live in now.
I think it's fair because that's our experiences.
True.
With the religion. Like, we grew up that way. It's not like we're talking shit out of nowhere and
girl,
saying, like...
I went to church every Sunday. I went every Wednesday to fucking confirmation school or whatever the fuck it is. What is that called? Bible study? Catechism? Or something?
I think it's...
catechism? What the fuck?
Oh, I thought it was like to get confirmation.
To get your confirmation, you have to go once a week.
Yeah, a lot of my friends
had to do that, and your communion.
Yeah,
which I still can do, girl. So don't get mad at me.
I know. I'm like, ugh, whatever.
Technically, I'm still Catholic. Anyway, next couple, because I can't talk about her anymore.
I know. Taylor and Daniel. Well, we were technically talking about Virginia and Devin, but then we went back to Sara and Ben. But it's fine.
Whatever.
Devin was definitely fake tears.
Virginia and Devin, I love Virginia, but that relationship to watch was a snooze fest, girl.
But it got like more entertaining towards the reunion, which was nice.
Yeah, that was nice, but the whole time I was like, oh, I'm so bored.
Because all she did, and this is like very known, like a lot of people are making videos about it, of how she's like, yeah. Everything that she never, like, I feel like she didn't have a conversation.
She also went,
Yeah. That's the worst.
I hate when people do that.
All you're doing is you're just like, please stop.
I can't even do it like that anymore.
I can't either. Like, it sounds so condescending. Okay, Taylor and Daniel is the next. They were the only couple to get married.
Okay, Taylor and Daniel.
The last couple. The only
Crazy
couple
that we started off after the pods with them being the most dramatic. Yeah. And I hoped and prayed that it wouldn't be, like, the Instagram thing wouldn't be a problem, and then it wasn't. Thank God. And I love them.
I know, same. Because
I'm so happy for them.
They made it so dramatic at the end of that episode, being like, he's a stalker. And then beginning of the episode, we were like, he's not a stalker at all. He doesn't know what you're talking about, girl. Like, I get it, though. Like, if I thought that, too, I'd be worried. But I was not shocked, though. I was like, what? I thought that they were going to get married.
Yeah, me too.
Because they were so strong. But then again, glad. Like, I thought everyone was going to get married.
We thought everyone was going to get married.
Literally, no.
Sara and Ben were the only two people that we were like, maybe not. Everyone else were like, yes.
Definitely.
They're definitely in love forever.
But that's usually, I think, how production wants you to see it. Like,
but Taylor and Daniel, this was on the reunion. Their pictures, do you have this written down about their pictures? Oh, no. The pictures that they showed of them, and they're in so much American flag stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's gave me a scare.
I know, but I think that...
I just wanted to bring that up.
It's... I don't know. I think, like, in the Midwest.
I don't know anything about the Midwest. You would be the expert.
I do, but I think in the Midwest, it's, like, a bit more normal, but I don't know. Okay. Also, I feel like they were just being silly. Yeah. Like, I did see a lot of stuff about that being, like, ew, like, patriotism. But then I'm like... I think they were just being silly. They were wearing funny little, like, and I'm sure it was, like, what? Probably
4th of July. Or, like, Memorial Day or something.
Yeah, and they were being silly and funny and, like, probably drinking with their friends or something.
That's what I told myself as well. Because I was like,
I really didn't think much of it.
Frightened of all that American garb. But I know. Whatever.
Daniel's tattoo trivia.
That
I didn't like it.
Is crazy.
I thought it was gonna be just the eyes. But the square.
Why is it a rectangle?
It's really bad.
It was ugly.
And also, like, him being like, yeah, because she has, like, one squinty eye and one. I know. I would have knocked him out in that moment. Like, bitch, what do you mean I have one squinty eye?
I know.
Don't say that, even if I do, and everyone knows it.
Yeah, don't tell everyone on national TV.
That's crazy.
And it was crazy that he pulled off his whole shirt almost just to show it.
And it was way worse than I expected. Sorry, but
just the eyes would have been cute.
Just the eyes.
Maybe just like smaller.
Yeah.
So big. Like, oh, bro.
It's an eyesore, really.
Yeah, the eyes are an eyesore, guys. Yeah.
Dave, I feel like handled himself really well at the reunion. You hate him?
No, who's Dave?
The sister guy.
Oh, what happened at the reunion? I don't remember.
Like, speaking very, like, highly of Lauren, saying how, like, he regrets it and, like, he wishes that he would have handled it differently, and he loves her. He literally said he loves her.
Yeah.
He's like, I remember that. I love her. Like, she's amazing. Like, almost, and people are, like, wanting them to reconcile. He's like,
I don't think she should.
I don't think she should either, but I think he was saying kind of, if she gives me another chance, like, I think he was wanting it. But she was like,
I don't think she will.
I don't think she will either.
And
but they're still friends.
Okay.
Because they posted together on Instagram, which I was happy about. At least be friends, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And he can just, like, see what he misses out on every day. Or missed out on.
Exactly. And maybe in 5 years... But
she would have married that man. She would have married him. Mm-hmm. Like, I think she would have said yes if he would have gone to the altar.
Absolutely.
With her. Like, she really wanted to try.
He just was, like, a victim of... I don't even...
What?
I don't know what I almost just said, but I don't know where that came from. It just popped into my head. He was like a victim of just everyone gaslighting him.
Yeah.
Like, he should have introduced her to his friends. He should have introduced her to his parents and stood up for her.
Yeah.
And it sucks that he didn't do that. And, like, I think in a couple years from now, if they're, like, still friends and he still has feelings for her, and maybe then he, like, shows... maturity, then maybe they could get back together, but right now is not the time.
I'm trying to think of what else they were saying. I feel like they were talking about how he apologized because he's like, I finally, after watching and like seeing the guy come out with his own Love is Blind picture, did you see that?
Yes.
His Photoshop?
Yes.
Of him being like, I'm on this season, even though you aren't, sir.
He's so annoying. And he's like, for that.
he texted Lauren saying like, I'm so sorry, like I see exactly what happened now, and I'm really like apologize for not
so
believing
stupid for
you.
That.
But yeah, actually, I wrote down here. It says David admitted that he still has feelings for Lauren, calling her the one that got away, but she shut down any chance of reconciliation. Yeah. Sorry. That's always how it happens, though. Like, the women are always so, like, in just life. I'm not saying in Love is Blind, like, this is how I've been in life. Yeah. Like, the women are so invested, and then the men just, like, are literally the worst ever.
Letting
and then it's, like,
smallest things, like.
Yeah, and then it's, like, you finally get over them, and then they're, like, you're the one that got away.
I know,
and it's, like, what do you mean?
I was right there for the whole time.
Like, I would have literally said yes at the altar to you, girl. So, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Ben and Sarah's ghosting controversy.
Okay.
This is where we
Justice
get into it.
for Ben. Justice for Ben.
Honestly, yeah, kind of. But, like, at the same time.
Justice for Ben.
I
Sarah's annoying me.
Sarah is annoying me, too, but.
Sarah's annoying me.
I don't know, like.
I believe
Ben. I still
Ben.
don't love Ben that much.
I always loved Ben.
But you know that, like, this is what happens in every situation. It always gets turned around on the girl, and then the girl is hated.
I don't hate her.
Like in the Blake Lively situation.
Well, that one's true. We should hate her.
There's so many situations like that, though, because how do you know?
Girl, he posted the receipts.
I know, but, like, we don't really know what happened in their actual relationship.
That's true, but I do know that she was saying, like, you ghosted me when she was the one who ghosted him.
She was ghosting
and
him.
He said in the text, I'm treating this like a breakup. And she was like, I didn't know that we were broken up at the reunion. Okay, girl, but he said it for you in the text, so what are you talking about?
He would have explained a little more in his TikTok video, because I was like, can you explain, like, the situation that happened? What conversation did you have? Because what do you mean you're treating this like a breakup? That alludes to the fact that it wasn't an actual breakup.
It could have... She said that she wanted to go by herself to Nashville. And he texted her, and he stopped sharing the location with her, and then she sent him that long text, whatever it said. I don't even care what it said. And then he responded and was like, I'm sorry. Like, immediately responded the same day.
She was mad because he stopped sharing his location with her, and then he didn't text her or call her throughout the 12 and a half hour drive.
But he did text her. He showed the text. He was like, hope you made it okay. Like, I'm sorry I stopped sharing my location with you. I'm treating this like a breakup.
No, she's saying, like, you didn't call during my drive to check on me.
Okay,
to make sure, like,
girl.
I was good, and she was, like, upset because the thing that he was thinking of is just, like, share, which I don't know.
I think
I'm just like, I just hate it because,
well, we don't know.
There's just a lot, like, I get why people think that about Sarah, and I also think, like, from a surface level, yes, but then again, like, I just feel like there's so much misogyny and things like this, like, in situations where it's a guy against a girl, and then, like, everyone's on the girl's side, and then at the end of the day, it always gets turned back on the guy being the victim, and it pisses me off. That's what I hate.
No, that's true.
That happens every time, and then women fall victim for it as well, and they take the men's side. And I'm like...
Justice for Ben.
And I'm like, I just don't know. And it's so annoying.
I just think Sara and Ben are not great at communicating. They have different communication styles, obviously. Mm-hmm. She wants to be like coddled and chased, and he is a man, and he's not going to do that. Yeah. If she's like, I'm going to Nashville, like Matt's the same way. If Matt and I were breaking up or like whatever, trying to decide if we were dating for some reason, and I was like, I'm leaving, Matt would be like, okay.
And I would be like, chase me.
Right, but that's not his fault. Yeah. You said you were leaving, girl. And you told him you need space or whatever you told him. It's like when he's giving it to you.
Yes. It's like when you say you need alone time, but really you just want them to be like begging for you. You're like, I don't need alone time. Yeah. I need you.
It's a problem because you just need to say, this is what I need from you. And if you can't give me that, then I'm leaving. Mm-hmm. And I know the expectations are out of whack with them. And whatever.
Yeah, and then also like the whole, we don't have the same views, so I'm not marrying you, which makes sense, but then it's like, don't keep dating him then.
But the thing about the same view thing is he has gay friends, so I don't understand why she's so like caught up on that. But because his sibling isn't gay, like what's the difference? I think
because he was just so not, like I get her want for him to be more curious about some like people, thinking not even just the gay thing, just like in everything, in general of like human rights and saying, oh, I just don't think about that. Like that's just like something that's very, what is the word? Privileged of you to be able to not think about those things. And that's why, like, of course, could I live my day-to-day life, like, mostly not thinking about stuff other than, like, maybe what women deal with?
Right.
Sure. But, like, I try to, like, I want to make myself more educated to know that, like, things affect other people.
But no offense, when you're dating a white guy from the Midwest... Yeah. They aren't thinking about that.
I know.
A white guy from anywhere isn't thinking about that because they don't have to. And that is bad. But that's just a reality of where we live.
I think it's good for her to want someone that does. Because there are men out there that would, like, that do think about that stuff. And would, like, be more educated on that stuff.
I think Ben seemed like he was open to learning about it. And he was just saying, like, I didn't really think about it. But it's something that I'm, like... want to think about. I don't know, like...
Yeah, but is that really, like... Really? You should be more... Like, you should ask more questions then. Because every time she would bring it up... They don't talk! He would just be like, and she'd be like, hello?
Because when you're... Me, for example, like, before I educated myself, like, you don't know what questions to ask. What do you ask?
True, yeah. That's true.
What am I supposed to ask? Like, is I allowed to say that? Like, what do you say?
But also the one of, like, the biggest things was that the George Floyd thing literally happened where he lives and he didn't think of it at all. It's like, oh, I just never thought of it.
I'm sure
I stayed out of it. Girl.
I know. That was like a worldwide. Really bad.
Really bad. But like, I'm in Florida and I was like crying, going to protest. I felt so bad. And that was, like, really the biggest thing, I feel like. That opened up, like, the
But some people also just don't pay attention to the news, aren't on social media like we are, and don't read. Like, that's not a good thing that they don't do those things, but some people just aren't interested in politics or social issues at all.
Yeah.
And those people are white men from the Midwest.
And I don't want to be with them, so.
I think, like... He seemed like he was open to, like, learning.
A lot of my guy friends and I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Iowa. A lot of my guy friends, specifically one of my really good guy friends, is very much, like, into social issues.
Is he gay?
He's, like, no. Oh. He's, like, very liberally, like, leaning.
What's his occupation?
He's in finance.
Oh.
And he's super smart, so that's
I was going to say, like,
he's always been
if he's
very
in,
smart.
Like, journalism, that's probably why.
No. He's just always, like, he's always been...
Yeah.
Even in high school, like, he was very...
Some people just are, and some people aren't, and I think...
Yeah.
It's fine. Personally.
I think it's fine to a certain extent.
But it's not like he was saying, like... anything. It's not like he was like, no, I voted for Trump and I believe that should have happened.
He voted for Trump.
For sure. But he wasn't like, no more abortions and gay people are bad and
he probably believed that.
Girl. Justice for Ben!
I get it. I do. I think I get it. Like, I get wanting to. I just think, like, politics and, like, human rights and social issues are so different. Like,
yeah.
I think if you don't want to be into politics, whatever. But I'm not into fucking politics. I don't give a shit about politics. But I care about, like, other people. And I want to have empathy for other people. And that is definitely a big thing that I would want.
Not knowing the whole story doesn't mean that you don't have empathy for someone. You know what I mean?
Well, you got to look into it.
I can still feel bad for somebody who, like,
he didn't think about it. He doesn't feel bad. He doesn't think about it. I think
that came off the wrong way.
I think you're sticking up for him too much. I think you are sticking up for Ben Mazak.
I love him. Ben, call me.
No, Ben.
Just kidding. Don't call me.
I don't think he's a bad guy to his core. I just think that
he's uneducated. And
I understand. No, I don't think it's okay. Him, I think he needs to know, like, basic things. Like, it's worldwide known.
We're debating. I knew we would be debating
George Floyd, like, literally is one of the most well-known things that happened in America. Like, come on. Tell me you didn't think about that and you live in Minneapolis. Right? Minneapolis?
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
it pisses me off, but Sarah's dating Joey.
Yeah, let's segue into that. What the fuck?
Sarah's dating Joey.
What's going on? They were at the hair salon,
dude,
and they're always hanging out.
I didn't know they were at the hair salon.
They were seen at a hair salon together.
Yeah. And he went to visit her in Nashville with friends, but it's like,
okay. And in not to talk about Ben again, but in Ben's video, he was like, Wait, actually, we do need to talk about Ben and Sarah again. Ben and Sarah again, because he said in his TikTok that they discussed that they were gonna say no at the altar and then say that they were gonna continue dating, and then he like asked her when they were at the altar, and she was like, no.
She's like,
and he was like really hurt by that. He was like really hurt by that.
I know, she was laughing in his face.
Which is why he like was kind of like, I'm gonna give her space.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I thought we were broken up. Mm-hmm. So that is why I had.
But then they started dating after that.
Justice for Ben. Anyway, in that video, he was like, and we said we wouldn't date other people from the cast, and then he showed a zoomed in up close of his face, and he went
like, yeah. He's like, I'm not going to confirm any or deny anything, but it's not that surprising that they would be dating at the end of that TikTok. He said that.
That's crazy.
I am shocked because they didn't show that in Love is Blind at all in the shows, which really makes me annoyed because, like, I would love to have known that they were, like, dating at all. Apparently it was a love square between them, is what I heard.
They dated in the pods?
Yeah, like, Monica and Joey dated, Sarah and Joey dated, and then Sarah was dating Ben as well. That's what I heard on TikTok. So it's alleged, but like that's what I heard. So that's why it wasn't that surprising to Ben. Oh. Because they had been like talking in the pods and stuff. So I don't know.
It's interesting to me that Sarah would go for someone like Joey because of everything that she had problems with Ben. I feel like Joey is like kind of the same.
Like, I don't know what Joey is because Monica didn't talk to him about anything deep.
Exactly.
But I do feel like Joey seems like a guy that would be more educated. Because he's like, bruh, you know?
Yeah, but he's still a white guy, so
yeah, I know.
You never fucking know, girl.
It's giving, like, California surfer, though.
Yeah.
But it's weird.
But it's also, like, why do you said you were growing your hair out to donate it, and your hair is still the same length.
Why is it still the same length?
What are you talking about?
Though?
Why'd you get a blowout, Fabio?
I'm confused. And he didn't brush it even that time. So I don't know what blowout you're talking about. Because he had rat's nest, girl.
He was getting a blowout at the salon with Sarah.
I need to see it because he never brushed his hair throughout that whole damn season.
That's crazy.
And it was really scaring me. Okay.
But then there was drama with Joey and Monica and Madison. Mm-hmm. Which is annoying.
Because Joey DM'd Madison.
And why do I feel like Madison was crazy a little bit?
While they were dating during the show? Is that what that's when he DM'd Madison?
I think.
And he saw her with the pink hair, and then he DM'd her right after that because she looked hot?
Well,
she did. She looked good with that pink hair.
He DM'd her and, according to him, was like, hey, like, it was good seeing you. It wasn't like flirting. But also, but like, why didn't Madison tell Monica?
I know.
Right away.
I would have.
I would have been like,
your man's DMing
I would have immediately screenshot, sent it to her.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have even responded.
Same.
And then she pulled out DMs from her armpit. Girl, I don't like her.
I don't either. And she was trying to have a moment. She was trying to have like the Janae moment from Love Island, pulling out the receipts. Because like obviously, Janae was a queen for that. And like it was valid stuff that she was talking about. Don't remember, but I remember it being valid.
Yeah. I know, I don't remember.
But, and like that obviously made her even get more attention. And I think Madison wants to be that. Like, because obviously all these people want to be influencers. You may want to act surprised that these people want to be influencers, but they want to be influencers.
Obviously,
like, come on.
I'll go on.
Go on a reality show, you want to be an influencer, period. Poo.
Period, poo.
Like, point blank.
Period.
I don't even know what you want from me. That's literally what happens when you go. You want to have followers. You want to go on social media. Actually, it's not surprising.
Nothing pisses me off more when I'm watching a reality show and I go to find the person on Instagram and they don't have an Instagram.
That's wild.
Sorry
to me.
Sorry. What do you mean you don't have an Instagram? Why are you on TV? I want to follow you and I want to stalk you.
Being on TV for just love is crazy. Cut to me being on Love Island.
Woo! See us on next season of Love Island. Love Island already married.
Wait, also the what is that show that Love is Blind has that everyone's gonna be a part of?
The Ultimatum?
No. What is it called? Starts with a C, I think.
Continuum.
No, Perfect Match. It doesn't start with a C.
Perfect Match.
Perfect Match. It's like what everyone goes on after Love is Blind.
I never heard of that.
Girl, really?
No.
That's like why everyone wants to be popular on Love is Blind. And Ben alluded to the fact that he's going on it. He said maybe you'll see me in another Netflix show soon. He's definitely going to be on Perfect Match.
I've never heard of that show before in my life. That's crazy. But I also think like almost everyone from Love is Blind is so boring and I don't want to watch them any farther out than what I already watched.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the people are boring.
I think last season's was good though. Some people there are like a couple, but this season I think was probably the most boring cast and the most like vanilla cast.
I couldn't even, the only girls I remember that I liked was the girl that was always drunk in season 1. Jessica? And then the other girl who was always going like this in season 3.
Who that is.
She was always fucking squinting at everyone. Don't know who she is.
Oh, Shayna.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that's it, apart from Miss Molly Sue, or whatever the fuck her name was from season 7. The jet ski girl.
Sarah
Ann.
Molly Sue.
Close enough.
Crazy.
Close enough.
Molly Sue.
Sarah Ann was like entertaining to watch, but otherwise, every single other person on any Love is Blind season, I don't remember and I don't care.
Yeah, but they be making a living, so
good for them. Good for them. Not for me, because I ain't not following them.
Oh, so wait, should we go into, well, I guess Madison's receipts?
Yeah. That I don't really care.
Because she pulled out the text message screenshots that had him saying that Mason was weird?
Yeah.
Which didn't even say Mason was weird. He just said, like, I told you a bunch of stuff that you know, and I'm scared that you're
with the
melting emoji.
Yeah, because she was like, you're saying that he's your boy, but like, blah, 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 you're talking shit about him to me. Like, saying all this stuff. Like, Madison, you just really made that up. And
he probably did say Mason was weird.
Yeah.
And that he had no friends.
People,
I'm sure,
showing screenshots of conversations is so funny to me because you can delete texts out and make them out of order and make it look like they're like saying something to something else. And you can also just be texting yourself
and then change the name.
Yeah. So it's like, you're showing me screenshots, but where is the phone number at the top? Yeah. And with the proof that that's his phone number. Not the phone number
at the top.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, give me the last 4 digits and the proof from his cell phone company.
Yeah, I agree.
Otherwise, I don't believe it's real.
And with that, Megs was like, or Meg, whatever her fucking name is. Megs? Or Meg?
Meg.
Okay. Huh? Her video, she was saying, well, first of all, you didn't see it probably, but she was in the reunion, she was sticking up for Mason and Alex.
Yeah.
And she was, like, coming at Madison.
Mm-hmm.
But in her video she made on TikTok, she was basically saying how she stood up for herself for, like, 20 minutes. That's the only reason that she went to the reunion, is so that she could stand up for herself and have her voice be heard. But Netflix cut out basically everything of it.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's probably because they just thought it was boring.
I would have watched it.
I mean, it depends what she was saying. Was she like
just 20 minutes droning on for the whole time?
Yeah, exactly. She's like, I stood up for myself for 15 to 20 minutes.
They were probably like, Madison was probably like attacking her or something, and she was standing up for herself.
Yeah, I don't know. She's like, but she couldn't really go into details about it. So
why is there a lawsuit?
Well, because Love is Blind, like they have you sign all these crazy contracts to not be able to talk about stuff like that. But I was bored by the end when they're coming out with AD and Ollie.
I don't care.
Engaged.
I stopped. I don't know who. I don't.
Well, you didn't watch You have to watch the UK version of Love is Blind. It's way better than the US. I can't
watch it anymore. Shows. I'm tired.
It's way better than the US.
Is
version.
it?
Yes. It's so good. I love it. But I also just love Love is Blind, so I would watch any season of Love is Blind.
I think Love is Blind is becoming boo tomato boring.
Oh, I don't. I love it.
This season was so boring. I wanted to die. Every time I watched it, I was like, nothing's happening.
I loved it. Besides the first, 3 episodes with the pods. But I loved the rest of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like it. I love watching it.
I'll try to watch it.
But also the UK version is a little bit more
everybody
juicy.
loves AD so much. I couldn't tell you one thing about her. I remember her, but I don't know why everyone loves her so much. Was she funny or something?
She just had a good personality, but she was kind of dating that shitty guy. So I think that was one of the big reasons that everyone loved her. But I liked her.
She's fine.
And that's really all, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
The next season location is in Denver, Colorado.
Let's go.
I thought it was going to be in Miami.
I know. We talked about that.
Literally, I swear to God, someone
told me. Did we make it up?
No, because my friend told me it was going to be in Miami. And I think she... I'm
maybe
confused.
The season after that.
Maybe.
Because
it's being filmed right now.
Right. I was going to say it's probably already being filmed. So maybe they're auditioning for Miami now.
Yeah, probably.
Because these and then this season won't even come out till next fucking year.
Mm-hmm. I know. Dude.
Why do they do so long?
I don't know. The way that I would be having an anxiety attack every day for a year, thinking about how they're going to edit me.
The whole entire year. This season was filmed in 2023, the end of 2023. Sorry? What do you mean? Why?
That's how they do kind of a lot of shows now. A lot of
Not Love Island, girl. That's live and late breaking.
Every day, too.
Every day? Oh, girl. When does that fucking start?
I don't know, but it's probably not going to be good. USA is not good.
Well, it was last year, girl.
I know, that's the only one that's good, though.
Well, maybe it's on a new track.
It better be. They better be scouting.
I better get Rob
2.0.
I just want him to make a cameo appearance.
They need to do All Stars Love Island USA and have them.
Rob would not go on there. For the third time, he's gonna go on.
I think he would.
It's the only way they're getting views is to just keep putting Rob on. Yeah. He's literally like this generation's Boston Rob.
But the way that literally, I don't think anyone liked him the season he was in before.
Nobody. That's because did you see what he looked like? He looked like a Pillsbury Doughboy. And then all of a sudden he came out in the next season and we were like, woo!
Which is crazy because I don't know, lift 10 pounds for 30 days and get a snake tattoo and you're hot, apparently.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Because
that's all it takes, not
fellas. He made this huge transformation and lost 700 pounds and got buff and tan. And he looks the same, just different. He was more tan. Yeah.
And his style was better.
Mm-hmm. He definitely grew into himself, but it's crazy because it's you just have to find your niche.
I love it.
Not the tongue movements, please. Honestly,
dude,
though.
The way that we were having full dreams about
Dude, I had a good dream about him for about 2 months straight. I woke up every day scared as hell. We watched
that show every day. We were like,
I know. I was
we have to vote for Rob so he stays on the show.
And I didn't even like him that much.
I didn't. I just needed him to stay on the show.
He was pissing me off because he's going back. Well,
the Andrea thing pissed me off.
Same. And then once he had sex with Cassie, I really got the ick about that. Mm-hmm. You knew this girl for 2 days, which that's what every man does. But like on Love Island of all places.
I know. And why were we all like collectively like Rob and what's her name? Leah are gonna get back together for the entire time. Like no matter what Leah was doing, dude, I was like, I think this is the episode where Rob's gonna get her back. Every episode, we were texting each other.
We were like, this
is the one. I think that if we just, as long as we keep Leah and Rob in, they'll get back together.
But
and
like,
then
they
we'll
weren't showing how good her and Miguel's relationship was.
Didn't care. She was supposed to be with
Rob. But now
Rob.
I'm very happy for her.
Yeah, me too.
Because she's like, they're very cute together.
Yeah, I agree. But
so funny.
Whatever. All right.
But yeah, that's the end. Let us know what you thought about this. About them, the Love Island reunion and all that. Let me know if you think it's
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. Sorry, I got Love Island on the line. Okay. Anyways,
leave us some comments and follow us and subscribe to us
and share it with your mom and grandma
and maybe your aunt or uncle,
especially your uncle.
Bye.
Bye.